Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am on my day off and I have just gotten out of bed and washed my face, brushed my teeth, all that jazz. And I'm here to talk to you guys today about the Dermacol foundation. This is not a first impression video for me. I actually ordered this a couple months back. I am subscribed to That Taylor, I think is how she pronounces her YouTube channel. I love her. I'll link her channel down below. But she battles with, a little bit of acne, stuff like that, just like I do, combination skin. So I get a lot of foundation recommendations from her channel. She does Foundation Fridays, so definitely a lot of good information on foundations from her channel. So that is why I bought this, because she raved about it in 2016. I'm not gonna lie, I am having mixed feelings about this. I have tried it a couple times. However, it wasn't until I saw Jeffree Star's video that I realized I'm not applying it the way that they suggest with a damp beauty sponge or patting it in with your fingers. I have been using a brush. So I am going to use a damp sponge for this video and we'll see if I like it a little bit better. What I will say that I was noticing with the brush is that the pores around my nose, which you can kind of see how enlarged they are, looked really, really bad. Like this just pooled in them. That being said, I was not using it in the suggested way. So I'm going to try doing it the way that they suggest on their website and see if I like it a little bit better. A little bit about this foundation before I begin. It is a very high coverage foundation, and that part I did notice that is there. It is full coverage. They say that it can cover bruises, tattoos, scars, birthmarks, all of that, and I do believe that. It is very high coverage. I bought mine in two colors. I bought mine in 207 and 218. The only reason I got the 218 was because it looked like, from what I could tell, one of the only ones with a yellow undertone. Now I am fair, but I'm not as pink as some of the lighter shades were, so I'm going to mix the two. It is hypoallergenic, it has an SPF of 30, and it is also waterproof. So I'm going to start with just mixing a teeny tiny bit on the back of my hand. Now, I don't know if I got a weird batch or anything, but I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's even leaking around the edge of the tube. It has like oil seeping out, and I don't know if it's separating, but there's no way to really shake these up. That was another reason I didn't like it, is that I felt like I looked like a grease pit. Yeah, tons of oils just coming out with it. Okay, so I'm going to mix these two together on the back of my hand. And you just need very, very little. Gonna need a mirror. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty surprised how much more I like it with the sponge, which is probably why they suggested it on their website and I just didn't even see that. I still feel really kind of shiny though, it's really dewy on me, which I know a lot of people say the opposite and that they feel like it's more on the matte side. So that just goes to show everything sits different on everybody's skin, the way it mixes in with your oils and chemistry and all of that jazz. But I do like it a lot better. It's not looking as gross in my pores as it did with the brush. I'm going to set it with a powder, put some bronzer on, a little bit of makeup, and see how it sits over it. Okay, so I set the foundation with some Laura Mercier translucent powder. I threw on some Benefit Hoola bronzer, Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, Anastasia Brow Wiz, and a Lorac Alter Ego lipstick in the shade Duchess. I've never done this before, but I think I'm going to do a check-in later because I am really surprised at how much more I like it with the sponge. It doesn't look nearly as textured in my pore area, and yeah, it just looks a lot smoother, less greasy, and I'm assuming the damp sponge absorbed a lot of that oil and a lot of the heaviness that comes along with that foundation. So yeah, I'm going to do a check-in time later. I'm going to go do some errands, do some stuff around the house, and all of that, and I'm going to come back and see how it wears. It is 11:20 right now, so I'm going to go do what I got to do, and I'm going to come back, and we'll see what it looks like, and then I'll give my final decision. I'm just super on the fence about it, so that's why I want to do this. So I will be back in a little bit. Alright everyone, so I am back. I did some running around, went to Target, picked up a few things. It's a little bit over 2 hours. It's 1:31 now. And I have not touched up my face at all. I've only touched up my lips. And I still think it looks pretty good. I will say I've never been this torn on a foundation, so I can't sit here and say that it's my holy grail and I love it, but using a sponge definitely made a huge difference, because I'm not gonna lie, I had it in the drawer of stuff that I didn't think I was ever gonna use again. Going into this review, I thought I was going to give a review about how much I did not like it, but using the sponge actually changed that. I know a lot of times products have specific ways that you are supposed to apply them, but honestly, my stubborn ass always uses a brush no matter what it says. But I figured if I was going to be giving a negative review on something, it wouldn't be fair if I didn't apply it the way that the company suggested. Which is why I went ahead and used the sponge today. And like I said, I like it a lot better. I am getting a little bit oily just after 2 hours, so I'm not super pleased with that, but overall it's a lot smoother than it was with the brush. It went from a foundation that I did not like, was not going to suggest to anybody, to a foundation that I actually think is pretty good, although like I said, not my favorite. I think if you are looking for a new full coverage foundation, that this is worth a try. It is right now, when I look on Amazon, it looks like it's $28. So it's a little pricey, but it's not your $40, $50, $60 foundation. So it's in the middle of the road. I think if you are on the dry side, that this might work beautifully for you, because my main concern with it is the shininess and the oiliness of it. A lot of full coverage foundations, I feel, are on the more matte, more dry side, which I feel like is a problem with a lot of drier skin types. So I think this would work for you if you are drier and looking for a full coverage foundation. Thank you guys so much for watching this video this week. I hope you guys didn't mind this more like chill atmosphere. I just have a hoodie and my sweatpants on. It's my day off. Didn't do a whole lot of makeup, but I wanted to get this up for you guys. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe at the end, either by clicking down below on the subscribe button or by clicking on my face, whichever side I decide to put it on, I'm not quite sure. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video.